Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me and whatnot. Welcome to Step into the board game room. I'm downstairs. I'm not in my attic. This is my dining room, I guess, which has really turned into a board game room. My board game collection is actually on a built-in set of shelves here. This is where I got my start. If you go back and watch Star-Lord Speedrun against Galaxy's Most Wanted, some early games, mostly where we were recording games. You'll see those. Although it's false, where I got my start was at the portal with Larry. When we originally did it, we were in a back room in the miniatures wargaming room. But this is where I was for, a year and whatever. I do realize that my computer is this table is gigantic. Friends of ours moved to Alabama and they were like, do you want anything? And I was like, I want this table. And it is absolutely gigantic. I can reach here and I'm now touching the end. And I can reach this way and I'm now touching the end. And I can't reach across the table. So it's absolutely huge. This is where I typically play board games. Frosthaven is right here to my left. This is the map for Frosthaven. So my wife and I play Frosthaven right here. The attic is where I've been doing all the streaming. Hello, thank you for everybody saying hello. I see lots of names that I know. I can't quite read all of your comments. It's a little too far for me, but I'm going to do my best. And I thank everybody for being here. Thank you. We're doing this because of 1,250 subscribers. And again, I know there's a lot of channels that are faster growing, bigger subscriber counts, all those kind of things. I don't care. I'm super happy to have people. I want people to subscribe and watch. I just want to be doing things that people like, and I want to be live with you. So those are the important things to me. So thank you to you for watching. Even if you're watching this afterward, I realize 11 o'clock on a Wednesday might not be the time that everybody can watch. So thank you to everybody in the comments for saying congratulations. Good luck. We're going to try something crazy here. This is what I've always wanted to do, four-handed X-Men full focus. I did get a chance to do a game, 3-player with Brian and Steve, one of the campaigns. I think when we played Mansion Attack, we were very focused this way on all the upgrades, all the game times, all those kind of things. This is not a game to get the rules correct. This is not a game to show off 4 perfect decks, saying this is how people should build. This is not even well attuned. We may lose the game. It's fine with me. This is a celebration. This is a chance to say thank you to all of you. This is a chance to play something that I thought would be fun and do something crazy. I don't know how long it's going to take. If I do lose quickly, then I will reset and play again. I do have a 3-hour time limit, so I have to be somewhere in 3 hours, and I will have to cut it off if I don't get there. I'm going to try to take my time a little bit and whatnot. But yeah, I see lots of familiar names, and I thank you for joining me and whatnot. If you're watching afterward, I appreciate it too. You can thumb up the video, but honestly, this video is for you, not for me. So no worries on that, whatever you want to do. Thanks for letting me know the audio's good. I have an extra long cable here because I'm honestly going to play this game standing up. When I play, I've got double mats on the table. Thank you to my friend Brian. Not the one you see on the channel, other Brian, for letting me borrow another Marvel Champions mat. So I have 2 here, so I have enough space to play. And honestly, I'm going to stand up. I'm not going to be in the corner as I normally am because that's just going to take up space. And there is a little bit of glare. I actually put some paper over these lights. These are just my regular lights in the room. They're like IKEA lights. So I hung some paper on them to try to cut off the glare, although this one immediately fell down. So we'll try to fix that. Maybe. But we're going to have some glare. It's just how it's going to be and whatnot. So, awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. I noticed there were 2. Oh, yeah, I got 2 mats in front of me, and they're matching, so that's pretty cool. I was going to try to borrow a different mat, and Brian had that idea. So, all right. Cool. Let's go down to the table and see what we see. Again, I don't have perfect lighting. I've got my 2 lights. You can see right here they meet, but I think it will suffice. This is what we have. I don't actually think I can reach to zoom in. So we're just going to let it be. It's going to be zoomed out a little bit here. It could be a little tighter to that, but no worries. I also have my pets. So my dog is begging to get on my lap right now, and she's very teeny tiny. Say hello to Isabel. Izzy, say hi up at the camera. So she's going to beg me. My cats are going to come down and jump on the table at some point. It's going to be a whole family celebration. All right, we're going to fight the Sentinel. We are going to put this on expert mode. I was debating. I mean, I like playing expert best. I don't know that I have all these decks in sync and how long it's going to take me, but I decided to go with expert mode. However, I was going to include this from the campaign so I could get Magneto, but then I was like, then I got to go get the Future Past deck. And I was like, you know what? What I love about this game is it's modular. Come up with something fun. The goal of the stream is to be fun. So Magneto's going to be in play. We're just going to have him from the start. Super thematic that Magneto's here. In fact, I went to try to find my long shot, and I can't find him. I was going to shuffle him in the deck just to bring that difficulty down a little bit more for the celebration of it. Than like, I need this to be easier or whatever is kind of the idea. So here's our team. We've got Scott Summers, Cyclops leadership. We have Storm in Justice. We have Logan, Wolverine in aggression, and we have Shadowcat protection. Yeah, some part of me would want to have Phoenix to kind of 4 of those originals or whatever. But Shadowcat's just so fun in protection. It works so well. One thing to note is I only own 3 game times. I considered buying more. I considered printing them, but I'm going to proxy. So all the 0 cost events in each deck, the basics, are game times so that I can use 12 game times. It's probably overkill. I probably only need 2 in each deck, but it's a celebration. So that's what we want to do. So that is what's happening here is we have all those game times. I'm not going to run through each deck, but in aggression, I have the attack trainings, and I have the trainings in all the decks. And Storm has a majority of the upgrades, so we're going to put those right out in the center of the table so anybody can use them. We're fighting the Sentinel here because this is my favorite fight. It's not the hardest fight in the game, but that doesn't bother me at all. We've got our scenarios up there. This is the set of heroes, allies that we can rescue. I don't think I have too much more for setup. I've got some bowls here for things. I've got my status cards, and yeah, away we go. And I can't keep that over the light, so you're going to get more glare here on Storm. I apologize. I kind of cut the glare that was coming straight down here, at least enough that you can tell that who it is. So there we go. I got to shuffle a whole bunch of decks, but thank you so much for joining me. There you go. Phoenix is in the Cyclops deck, so yeah, that's very true. That is the idea here. So yeah, we'll see if we can make all the decks work. It's going to be a little tough. I'll probably have to take a break at some point, a little bit, and I'm going to try to go slower than I normally do. I'm really bad at going slow because I like playing fast and loose. But I'm going to try to go a little bit slower and be better about reactions and things like that. But, we'll see how we do. All right, I don't have the decks shuffled at all, so you just have to bear with me a little bit. And yeah, like I said, I'm not on camera. I might have been able to stick my face up here, but it's fine. You can see the leg. So I actually have my camera stand that I normally use is on my table, and then it's all the way up to the ceiling so that I could zoom out this far. If I put it on the floor, it won't zoom out far enough. You'd see about this much. So then it would be really tight. So this is the way I could get it bigger. And this room is totally cleaned out because we just had VonnerCon in here. I just had 45 people over, kind of individually. It wasn't 45 people at once. But 45 people throughout a weekend came and played games with me. And we played 50 different games over the weekend. So you can see, well, you can't see behind me, but if you could see me, you can see some of my game shelves behind me. Here, I've got one. I put a new shelf up over there. I've got games here, so play a lot of games, not just Marvel Champions. And then that is a floor to ceiling, and this has extra tall ceiling shelf that my wife and her grandfather built for me one time for my board games. So it holds everything really nicely. So I have games there. I have too many games is really what it comes down to, which is why I'm always shocked that something like Marvel Champions gets repeat plays. But yeah, one thing I love about this game is playing multiplayer, and I've always loved that the channel here sticks to playing a lot of multiplayer and two-handed. Don't get me wrong, I love what other channels do. I love talking about Marvel Champions. I love channels that play solo, all those kind of things, but I've been glad to just kind of do that and then to have the friends and people who have played along the way with me has been really neat. If I start thinking about people, starting with Larry, who played with me for a long time during the pandemic, for about a year we played at the Portal, and Mike and Brian and Matt, who joined me there a lot. Kathy, who's been on the camera a whole bunch. Zephyr, my daughter, joined me one time for a game of Quacks of Quedlinburg, I remember. And then, obviously, Brian and Steve coming on the channel to play a whole bunch of games. Eric, Dean, other people that have appeared, like Steel Hull's been really fun. Nick, CS Spartan, has joined me a whole bunch to play games. And I feel bad because I'm probably missing people that I play with somewhat regularly. All the people that joined me to play My Hero Academia. I'm not shutting down the channel if it sounds like it's some kind of end. It's just a celebration. I'm obviously playing a lot less on the channel and whatnot. It's just a lot of things going on, running Lorcana at the store. My main focus is the Right Brain Rollers podcast that I do with Eric Summer. A new episode just came out today. We talked about Cosmoctopus, which is actually one of the games right behind me here on the shelf. And a lot of those things, I'm helping some people design games. Just a lot of other things that are going on. I think all of us just discovered as the pandemic ends, sitting in front of a camera and playing games, whether it be with friends or whatever, was harder to do. So there's that. But yeah, I thank everybody who has joined me. And I love that we have 1,250 people. That is a small community, but it is a community nonetheless. So it's been awesome. This is me chatting while I shuffle decks, really, right? All right, I have all the obligations in. I have the abduction protocols. Everybody's going to need to get an encounter card. And I think we're ready to go. Do I have... Yeah, okay. I've got dice on these two since they'll be pretty stagnant. So Operation Zero Tolerance has 12 on it. Night of the Sentinels has 4 on it. This one is 10 because it's 2 hinder 2. And this one has 4, the Mutants at the Mall. So those are the things that we're focusing on here. Okay, there we go. Yep, Jubilee's in here as well. Nice. Yeah, so we'll see a lot of the X-Men, and I've got people shuffled in. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes as to things that we're doing. All right, so Scott Summers is going to start. He's going to put the abduction protocols out, so everybody else is getting an encounter card from the Sentinel. We're at 72 health on the Sentinel and a toughness. You'll probably see a lot of my balding head here. I'll try to remember to lean back a little bit more so it's not always sitting in there. But now I am standing. You can hear my chair moving behind me. All right. So away we go. Let's start here. We get a 6 hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we have Phoenix, so that's a good way to start. We could play some Tactical Brilliance. Then we get a Tactics card from our discard pile back. Man, that does not want to agree to stay up there, huh? We have this Team Training we could get out because we're going to have a lot of allies, which isn't bad. But I think just removing threat is what we want to do initially. So after she enters play, choose a Cyclops card in your discard pile and add it to your hand. Okay. So I don't think we need Iceman, and I don't think we need Team Training. I might get the X Gene out if I get another double. So we'll draw here. Ooh, we did get another double. All right, we're just going to play his turn. We'll go one at a time. Unfortunately, we won't have actions, but there's things here. So we're going to get +1 attack initially here. And he can search my deck for a tactic and add it, tactic upgrade, and add it to my hand. So what do I currently need? I have a priority target. So really I don't need any of these. It's been a little while since I played Cyclops. I've been playing with people who played Cyclops. All right, we're not going to worry so much about exploit weakness for right now. That's probably not the card we're looking for. I do also have some side schemes in here because I thought that would be fun. But feel free in the comments, you know, if you're watching, let me know some of your favorite X-Men characters, maybe some of your favorite X-Men decks that you've played, since we're kind of celebrating X-Men here. Seems like a fun thing to do. All right, so we will then use, what is this for? Specifically for one of those. Can I do this? I have to pay those doubles. Identity specific event. I'd like to get this X Gene out, but I guess playing Tactical Brilliance, then Phoenix, then playing it again is my best bet. No, I think I'm good. So I use Exploit Weakness to play X Gene. I'm going to flip up, and then I'm going to play Tactical Brilliance using X Gene and Blindfold, right? So these two will play Tactical Brilliance. I'm going to remove 3 threat from a scheme and get a Tactics card from my discard pile into my hand. So I'll get Exploit Weakness back. Then I can remove 3 threat, so this one will go down to 7. Okay, then next we can play Phoenix with Genius and Exploit Weakness. We'll put Phoenix in play. When she comes into play, we choose a Cyclops card and add it to our hand. So we will get Tactical Brilliance back. Then we'll play Tactical Brilliance. We'll get our Exploit Weakness back. And we'll remove 3 more threat. So we bring this one down to 4. And then with 4, we will thwart 2 and 2. So that will take out the Abduction Protocols, which is removed from the game. And we get Cannonball. So Cannonball's coming into play here. Really should have had 2 bowls, 1 on each side. So we will do that. 50 Shades of X-Men. Yeah, this Cyclops deck is close to 50 cards. I did something similar to that one. I've never played that one particularly. I think I had it built and I never actually played it. I wanted to try it out, but there's that. Okay. So then we have 3 more threat that we can remove. So we could do Mutants at the Mall, which I think is going to be our best spot. So Cannonball and Magneto will both... We're going to get rid of the... No, I think the chip is a good visual for people watching. Normally I would just use Magneto, but it might be a little confusing. So we'll keep the chip there so people know. We will thwart for 3 on Mutants at the Mall. And I think we're good. I think that's our first turn there. Whew, this will be a little bit of a long game, huh? Settle in, everybody. Grab some coffee. I did have even the odds, so that would have been pretty smart to be able to deal with. But that's okay. We can just dance around it now. It's not a big deal. Also a Skilled Investigator. So we don't really need these even the odds because we don't have anything to be able to play. Even this Flash Freeze, we're not going to worry about for now. So we'll draw a little bit more. Man, we had all that ready to go. All right, so the idea here with my Storm deck is to really deck thin. So she's going to play the support role in this case. It's kind of junky. There's not a lot for us to do here, but we'll flip up. We will hand out Skilled Investigators. Where do we want card draw? Let's give it to Wolverine first. So he's going to get the Skilled Investigator. We will put a Take Out the Guards in play, and then 2 Honorary X-Men. So we're going to give 1 to Magneto, and we're going to give 1 to Phoenix? No. We're going to give 1 to Logan as well. We're going to up his health since he's going to be spending health as a resource. All right, so we're going to do that. Then, why was I... Oh, the Skilled Investigator would let him draw a card. So maybe actually I need to put this on me so that I can draw. So I will exhaust to thwart for 1 for Mutants at the Mall. This then, first player starts in contact for a sentiment and reveals it. Flip this card and put Jubilee into play. Oh, right, Jubilee's here as well. So that'll be a little tricky. All right, so we've got Jubilee there. And if we spend a Lightning, so unfortunately I didn't have a Tactics Lightning card. I'm going to put that face up on top of my deck. And then I need to get a Sentinel minion, which I believe the best option is to take this Mark IV. So it's going to be a little weird. It's going to be quadrant style, right? So here's Cyclops, here's Storm, here's Logan. So this is going to be his minion here. It's not kind of that normal top-down view. So hopefully you can bear with me there. Love playing Phoenix Aggression, especially with the Psionic cards. Yeah, that's awesome. She's gotten so much better. Oh, nice. Jeremiah says, great podcast episode. Thank you. Yeah, Eric really likes that Isla game that he was talking about, and the name just skipped past me. Isla and I was listening to him talk about on his other podcast, and I forgot what it was. All right, so we're going to do that. When we thwart, Skilled Investigator will trigger. Let us draw a card. Hey, there's Forge. So we will use our double resource to play Forge. When Forge comes in, we get to look for a support and add it to our hand. What do we want first? The readying one? Oh, man, I wish I actually had this in my brain. I didn't think about it. What does that have to be? An X-Men... The X-Mansion can just heal? Is that where we want to be for safekeeping? wish there was one I could definitely get in play. Although I could if I went to steady. So let's do that. Oh, actually, I think Danger Room is the best way to go. All right, so we're going to get Danger Room. Then what we'll actually do is we will switch to Clear Skies. Because I don't think anybody's going to stun here, which will let me draw a card. And then I will use Spider-Man and Lay the Trap to play Danger Room, which I'm going to put in the center of the table because this is available to anybody. It's going to be the idea. I actually considered putting her weather deck in the center of the table so I wouldn't forget. I might actually do that. So this is our area because we are a team. That's what I love about the X-Men. It's the X-Team. All right. So Forge can hit here. We've got to put 16 threat on that. Well, if I like that as one of my few, but it'll be fine. All right, so we've got 2 and 2 damage if we need it. I guess we should technically look at what he's got. I imagine he can take down. Yeah, okay. So we're good here. We don't need to worry. All right, so Forge will take the tough off of the Sentinel, actually. It'll be perfect. And away we go. All right, Logan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have it into the fray, so we can take out this minion. Let's engage with you. No stunning and confusing. We can get out Hulk, and we can get an attack training out, which would be good. Actually, we can do all of that stuff. So I don't even think we'll do anything. We're going to change to Wolverine, flip to Wolverine. We're going to use this aggressive energy to play an attack training on an X-Men ally. So we will put that on Magneto. So he will have +2 to his attack. Well, he gets -1 when he hits enemies. That'd be pretty good too. We're going to spend these 2 to put Hulk out. Hulk is an X-Men, right? Not really. After an X-Men ally enters play, so we don't have that. And then we will take 3 damage to play into the fray. So we go down to 8. We're going to hit this Sentinel. I'm going to actually I can put the discard pile here. So that's going to hit for 4, 5, 6, and it will remove 2 from the main scheme. Then to be safe, we will thwart for 2, getting rid of this. And I think we're good. We're not going to attack with Hulk. We're just going to use him as a blocker. Safe for now. I would like to see a Professor X hero deck. Nice. That would be fun. Oh, there's a lot of people here. Danger Room should be your first since you focus on... Steve, I was right with you, man. It just took me a second. There it is. Yeah, it's hard to see your comments. I'm sorry. And if I lean forward like this, I feel like it's weird because my big old head is in the way. But yeah, I should have thought of something to make it a little bit bigger. Canadian Mustache, I have 4-handed before, and just keep track of everything in your head can be a whole game in itself. Yeah, it doesn't bother me too much. I mean, I've played enough things, but 4 is definitely a lot. Like, there's no doubt. 2 feels like, okay, I can do this, and I'm going to make some mistakes, and it doesn't really bother me. 4 feels like, dang. All right, so we don't need these preemptive strikes. We do have armor, which we could get an upgrade on, so that's probably worth playing her. We have a Defiance and a Daredevil to help us control threat. Not too worried about Daredevil. Even this Phase Strike, he doesn't have any attachments. So we will use Phased Strike to play a build support. Ooh, I actually don't know if I put a lot of supports. That's what I was thinking. That card, yep. Okay, so here's one mistake I made in my deck build. Originally, I was thinking if I get build support and everybody has one, they'd all come out. But I gave them all to Storm because she has the double resources. So I made a little bit of a mistake there, which is fine. I'm going to deal with it. I'm not overly worried and whatnot. All right, then, fortunately, I can't play this Airwalk right now. All right, Daredevil and Airwalk will play Armor. Gosh, I got to discard the right spot. Armor comes in. I have to be an X-Men, so I flip up. When she comes in, she gets a tough status card, and then we can trigger Danger Room. And honestly, I think... Well, do I want to give her +1 thwart? I think that's what I want to do. So we're going to have Storm respond. Oh, it's an alter ego response. Oh, that's my bad. Okay. I missed that. And I had no way to play her because I needed to be an X-Men. Ah, that stinks. Oh well, she's still good. All right, then I can attack or I can thwart. Am I allowed to change forms? I am. Yeah, there will definitely be some takesy-backsies as I think through my turns here. So I think I flip forms before I flip up, then I play armor. Ah, I forgot somebody has to be an alter ego. Right. And I would have her stay down, but I have to be an X-Men. So I could have given her honorary X-Men in order to then be able to play it. So we'll do it. We're going to switch it. We're going to let it be. So she's going to be honorary X-Men. She'll go to 10 because everybody would have had their hands drawn. So that's something we could have done. So we got to deal with a little bit of that, right? She plays armor. Now she can go and get the protective training plus 3 hit points. So maybe armor could take 2 hits for us. Or 3 hits, rather, I should say. All right, then I flip up, and now I'm in phased form. Cool, so that gives me the X-Men trait, and I have a Defiance to be able to block. Did I thwart for 2? I did thwart for 2 off of this. Perfect. All right, ready everybody up? Do some drawing. I just have to remember to go slow and be okay with it. We'll draw 4 here. After mulligans, it's a lot easier. The fact that I had 4 hands that had to interact and mulligan. Now I just have to react to what I have. 2 exploit weaknesses. That's okay. We want those in our second deck pass. We don't need those now. Over here, we've got Stalwart, Blast of Wind. There's a one way or another. That'll be nice for pulling out those abduction protocols. And Attract by Scent could be really good. Superpower Training if we get rid of the one. We got 2 Track by Scents. That's interesting. Okay. And Shadow Cat. Surprise. Quick Shift. Look at that. Okay. So we had 4 threat to the main scheme. That pops at 20. He's going to attack for 3 on Cyclops. So Cyclops will just defend, right? Or armor will defend. We've got armor and we've got forge. So no reason here. Storm needs a block. She doesn't need a block. This is ready. Yeah, Cyclops is fine because he'll probably be one that flips down. So we'll have him get attack for 3 plus a flip. Oh, right. If we defend with allies, they're going to go under Operation Zero Tolerance. And we can't do that. Okay. So he's going to get hit for 4, which will be 2. So this goes to 8. All right. So we can't block with Forge. So we'll block with armor. And he's going to hit for plus 3. So she's going to lose her tough status card. This one would have been a fun one to have retaliate on. All right. Then over here, Wolverine's going to get attacked. Do we risk Hulk? Do we risk Hulk? I forgot. He can't be a blocker in this scenario, so he's probably a bad play. No, it's fine. We'll just defend. We'll be fine. 3 plus attach this card to the villain. Plus 8 hit points. So it goes to 80. I don't have any accelerations, right? Okay. So now we can get rid of that attachment with her Phase Strike. And that's going to be for 1. So he's going to go to 6. And then Shadowcat will play Quick Shift. And she will draw 2 cards and be counted as defending. Nice. So we got some doubles here. And he's going to attack for 3. You are stunned. And she can't be stunned because she's stalwart. Hey, good job, team. Nice. So she takes no damage and she changes forms again. All right, now we get cards. What captive allies do you want for which X-Men hero? You know, I didn't really think of it that way. And these don't count, right? I never thought about who I wanted with who. I'm just trying to play it through, but that's a good point. Probably something I could consider. But I guess it's hard to know who's going to be where. I don't have another die, so we're putting 12 on that. Relentless Robots. Yeah, the Sentinel can't attack here. All right, first card is an advance, so he will scheme for 2 plus 2 is 4. This will go to 8, and it's fine. Here, it's going to be warn the others. We're going to need to flip to get rid of those. Claustrophobia. Oh, no. Yeah, that's tricky. A Gauntlet Beam, so he's going to have +1 ranged and piercing. A Sentinel. And an Exhaustion on her. Into warn the others. Oh no, that's really bad. I need a Shadowcat surprise. All right, so Magneto's going to get passed over here. He is currently attacking for 5, so he can just, right off the bat, take out this minion. Done. All right, we have to figure out which of these we're going to deal with. She doesn't have a way to ready, correct? I did not draw ready. That's a tough card. All right, so I'm just going to have to stay in Alter Ego, which kind of stinks because I don't have that, but I could put out my cape. Ah, that was rough. All right, so we'll spend 3 to put out the cape. We'll get rid of warn the others, because I'm afraid we'll lose if we don't do that. And I'll hold the mission training. That's rough. And then Forge can do something. What are we attempting to do here? Yeah, I didn't think about it with this. That was a bad play on my part. All right, what is most imminent? I guess this one is a little bit rough, right? So we'll get rid of 1 off of that. All right, to Wolverine. I think he actually heals at the start of the player phase. Yep, so he goes back to 8. We will... Boy, we can't play Track by Scent, huh? Easily. We got to see if people have some thwart cards. Nothing here. I got a Ricochet Beam. To me, my X-Men. All right, so we'll play that. So we'll use Exploit Weakness to play To Me, My X-Men. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he's another one I should have put that on. And then we can put somebody into play. An X-Men ally. If that ally still play, add it to your hand. All right, and then we shuffle because we search. All right, so Marvel Girl is there. All right, well, we have 2 Track by Sense, and not a great place to play either one. I can't put the superpower training out. So I guess in this case, I just play these both, and I get rid of 6 threat. I don't think the build support, that's got to be a big deal, right? So I really should have gotten rid of 1 here. And then 6 would be 7, so that should be down to 3. So I shouldn't have had Forge do that. Yeah, we're good. So that'll come down to 3, and this just has to go back to 12. All right, I think Hulk will still sit, because we don't want to deal damage right now. Unfortunately, this warn the others. We just don't have an option. So we do have a game time, so we can ready armor, if that helps. We have an unflappable. We don't have a lot here. So game time. Oh, I could also have game time. I missed it. I could have game time Magneto. Then he would have readied, and he can thwart for 2. Yep. So he can help out here to get this down to 1. Does game time give them? No, it heals them 1, and then he would take 1. Okay. All right, not a lot here. So we use established perimeter to play unflappable. We use this double. Man, we can't even flip to the other form, huh? To play the acute control just to get it out of our deck. And we hold Defiance for defending. Does she need to flip down? No, she's fine. So we'll stay there. All right. Then, what are these cards? These were the rest of his cards. So, deal 3 damage to an enemy, deal 3 damage to an upgrade attached to it. Yeah, not a lot here. Cannonball can remove the 1 threat from build support, though, and that will let everybody go get a support and put it into play. Might have some okay supports. I do have that. Or the cabin. So I will put Hall of Heroes into play. Here. Yeah, this is where I messed up. I should have made sure they all had one of those. So Kitty's Room, Night Nurse are my 2 here. I have that, so I'll put Kitty's Room into play for now. This gets shuffled in. Cannonball needs to take a damage. I think he has Cerebro. I also have Uncanny X-Men, which might be the smarter one. Although Cerebro's pretty darn good. Tough call here. I think everybody being 1 less and that costing 3 is the way to go. Oh, Jubilee should also have gone this way. Oh, did I have a lightning that I could have saved? Man, I didn't even have a lightning. Rude. All right, so we'll put the Uncanny X-Men into play here and Storm. Play something. So she'll put the X-Jet into play, I think. Will make the most sense here. And that is available for everybody. Okay. She can't use it because she's not an X-Men. I need another resource here. Okay, so I can use Ricochet Beam or I can do Triskelion. I don't really need to deal damage, so we actually will wait. I don't think I want to do that because I'm going to flip. So let me flip down. And then I could play Ricochet Beam just to get damage on him. Or we could get rid of one of these. 1, 2. What did I give up? I had that one. So if I use the Ricochet Beam, then we could do this. 1, 2, 3. We'll then get rid of this Gauntlet Beam. So it won't be so bad. We'll flip down. We'll search our deck for a tactics upgrade. Oh, and she came into play. We can put a mission training on, right? So she can thwart for 3. I think just bring the main down for now. Whew, this is a lot. This is the part everybody warned me about, right? Okay, I can search for a tactics upgrade, and then I can put the Triskelion into play. All right. So we'll get this -1 attack. Oh, actually, that's just the one we want. Just to keep everybody safer, right? Yeah, I should have thought to spread them out with build support. But again, at the same time, I could have not drawn build support and said, oh, I spread them out so that I could use build support, and then I can't use it, right? So, like, there's 2 ways of looking at it. We're going to put the practice defense on there and hold the Triskelion, I think is the way to do this. So Australian spend a resource. And then Phoenix can thwart for 2. And again, we'll just focus on the main to keep that under control. Whew. Okay, brain is frying. Hopefully I don't miss anything. Used all these. We're in an okay spot. So warn the others after your turn ends. So we're going to be at 1 card there. All right, and we can't use blockers because they'll go under that. That is at the end of the phase, add it to your hand. So after I draw cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Marvel Girl back to my hand. This goes to the discard pile. All right, we have a Professor X, we have a Brilliance, we have some Danger Room training, so we can start upgrading people, so we should be good. It's so hard to know what I'm even looking for. I'm just trying to get X-Men set up. She gets 6 here, so we got a Torrential Rain, and again, this is a game time, which is pretty good. We can get Utopia out, which will start clicking. Yeah, it's weird. I put Hulk in there to block, and he can't block, so I just got weird little things like that I didn't pay attention to, which is totally fine. We're totally going to do a great job. Give myself the pep talk. Come on, quit shift. Nope. All right. Well, we still have a Defiance. So we can use that to decrease damage, and then we have a Phase Strike, so we could take out that Adaptive Armor, although I don't know that I care about 8 right now. Okay. We are increasing this by 4, so it goes to 7. Then he is scheming here for 2 plus nothing. That's if target elimination is there. So this goes to 9. Then attacking Wolverine. We don't really have anything we need to kill, so I think we're fine to defend. For 2 plus 1 is going to be 3, so I take 1, go to 7. Then attacks Shadowcat, so I will play Defiance to cancel the card. Shift to this form. He attacks for 2. And I take 2. And then over here, he's going to scheme again for 2 plus 0. Hey, I lucked out pretty well. So that goes to 11 out of 20 for those counting at home. And then we're getting encounter cards with a +1. All right, first one here is Mutant Detected. Place the top card of your deck under, or the villain and each minion engage with you attacks you. All right, so he's going to attack me for 2, plus 2 is 4. And I will go down to 6. That's fine. All right, I get a Sentinel Mark II. It gains Surge. Mutant Detected. Oh, no. Now it's troublesome. Okay. Villain and each minion engage with you attacks you. So I can have Hulk block 1. I can have Armor block the other. And hope we're good. So the Sentinel will attack for 2. Plus, if target villain is attached to an identity. So we don't. So Hulk takes 2. And then Armor will block the 2 from this Sentinel. Teamwork. All right, so we're still using those characters that we didn't think we would use as much. Lost Visor. As Steve would say, yes. No, what would he say? Perfect. So that will dig my visor out for me, so I don't have to find it. And I think I just have to exhaust to get it. Yep. Yeah, no, it's 7 cards, it's true, but it could go fast. I think I've got to defend in a pinch versus just letting cards go there. Another Gauntlet Beam. And Abduction Protocols. That's fine, because we want to get those out. And that will go to 10, and we are good. We got the +1 card. And Magneto and Jubilee. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo, diddly-doo. Travel over here. We're playing quadrants. Okay, so she's going to Phase Strike, and we can get rid of one of these attachments, and I might just do it, right? So it's going to deal 6 damage, And then I'm going to discard this. That's just what I'm going to do. That's just what I'm going to do. So that will deal 6 and bring him down to 74. It's like we're at a victory already. This gets discarded. Whew. Marvel Girl. Super fun. Okay, Wolverine heals 2 to go to 9. Then he's going to not really need to slice and dice. So we could play this combat training. Get +1 attack. Although, honestly, I'm going to put combat training on Kitty because she can ready a bunch. And then we can use one of these lightnings. What is my health at? Is my health just 10? It's not great. So we could slice and dice and then use this to heal. Slice and dice is 3 and 3. All right, so 3 and 3. So we'll kill this one, and we'll deal 3 here by taking 3 damage. Go down to 6. We'll spend this one, regenerative healing, to heal 4. Go back to 10. Get a counter on Hall of Heroes. Magneto. Oh, Magneto could have killed that guy. But that's okay. He can just thwart, I guess, to help me out here. And I'll have Jubilee thwart for 1, so that takes 3 off of this. Plenty of health. Okay. Then we are done. We didn't do this. We didn't play an ally. She basically took her turn. At this point, I think I just attack. I can flip down. If I attack, I switch forms. If I thwart, what do I have for thwarting here? She's going to have to exhaust. Torrential Rain gets rid of 3, and I could switch to Hurricanes. That's 7. So I can get rid of that on my own. That one's at 11. Utopia would then, after an X-Men ally enters play, so then she could ready. I've got a game time. So I could game time Magneto. He can ready, and then he can thwart again for 2 off of this one. I think to keep her safe, I will punch. 69, dudes. Flip this over. And then she can defend, so that should work well. All right, coming over here, I'm going to exhaust to get rid of Lost Visor. Add it to my hand. This is gone. I can get a tactic. I can play Tactical Brilliance. I can play Professor X. I can play Call for Backup. I got Danger Rooms. I've got my Visor. I've got so much. Okay, this is a big turn. Where do we need Danger Room trainings? Phoenix likes to come in and out of the game. Armor's not a terrible spot. Oh no, she's already got a training. Jubilee to give her hit points. Hulk can't have one. Woo! My brain's a little overloaded here. All right, so let's... We could have gotten a card draw had we played that a little different, but that's okay. Let's just go get that same one again. Practice defense. It's probably a good early spot to be in. Thank you, Steve. That was really nice. Steve says, good for you. You're doing great. Good for you for doing this for entertainment. It's awesome. I know I'm going to make bad decisions. I don't think I care. I think I'm just having fun. So I'm not super worried about it. All right, if I play Professor X, he can come in. She's down. I could give him a mission training, but I might be out of them. Nope, I'm not. But I could then just play Marvel Girl, and she could be a lot better off. So I think Professor X is a pass here. Although he could also ready me. He can't be a blocker. Call for Backup is great, but we've got a lot of threat, so I think we just ignore it. Same with the Visor. I feel like I just got to deal with threat right now. So This is kind of crummy that this is here, but we'll live, and this doesn't matter. Okay, so focus on what you know. I think I flip up now because I got a card. Then I just can't do call for backup right now. So I'll use Triskelion and my X gene to play Tactical Brilliance. Tactical Brilliance will remove 3 threat from here and will let me get a tactics card back. That is not a tactic card. So it's probably just this one, unless I need a specific... Or it could be to me my X-Men, right? Is one of the ideas. So let's grab that. Assess the Situation is another good card with him, right? Don't need the damage from the visor, so ignore that. This makes all X-Men allies have +1 hit point and cost 1 fewer to play. So actually, the answer could be playing both of them since they're cheap. All right, so call for backup, and my visor is going to play Marvel Girl. She's going to come into play. I know I should get that visor out. Hopefully I'm not making a huge little mistake. When she comes into play, Aurora is going to trigger Danger Room and go get a mission training to put on Marvel Girl. Marvel Girl can then thwart for 3, but I think I'll just have Phoenix thwart for 2 on Abduction Protocols. She's out. This goes away, and I get an ally. And that's a weird thing, because I'll have too many allies, but I could just use Cannonball. Richter. Yeah, it's funny that he's the one who should not end up with the allies. I've got too many already. Okay, so then Cannonball will just thwart for 1, even though it feels like a little bit of a waste. It'll be okay. We'll just bring the main down so that doesn't pop. We can deal with +1 card and 4 player for a little bit. Okay. Hi, Izzy. She's sitting behind me. I think I like Practice Defense out. Then it's just, am I using Professor to play one of these? Get another one, or do I just play Professor? I need threat removals. I think Professor is the play. So Danger Room, and to me my X-Men plays Professor. Gosh, these cards are going to end up in the wrong one. When he comes out, I can ready myself. Then we can thwart combined for 3, 6, 7, 8. So we'll bring this down to 2. Yep. And then I think maybe we'll just start working on that. So Richter will thwart for 1 here. After Richter attacks, deal 1 damage to the villain each minute engage with you. It's like I think I know what the cards do, but I'm reading them again just to make sure. Game on. Gonna need a bigger table soon. It's so true. I actually might play a couple other games down here. Now that I have this set up, I might not move it back upstairs immediately. It'll be tricky for our 4-player ones, but I can move the thing closer. Okay. Thanks for joining me, everybody. This is fun. And I enjoy speaking with everybody if I'm not... I do enjoy it if I'm not currently doing it. All right, so I have to exhaust for claustrophobia. This is gone. This is out of the game. Thank you. Everything I can move out of the game, I am thankful for. Oh, I can see the top of the table. Woo, Izzy. My dog is sitting behind me because she's nervous. She's nervous about all of you. All right. So then we will flip. So we can change forms, which means we can change to one that removes 2 threat. We'll bring this down. Can we get rid of that? I really should do the math. Then play Utopia. Makes sense. Oh, I've got this resource, huh? Okay. Torrential Rain will remove 3 and trigger this ability, so that's 5. I can't quite get it. Still worth it, though. Then Weather Goddess can change this. Although maybe I don't want to. So what I'm going to do is go to Thunderstorm, then Weather Goddess to go to Hurricane. So Thunderstorm will deal 2 here. 67. And then Weather Goddess. Actually, maybe I don't care about the 2. I just give -1 attack. And then she could change at the start of the turn. Ooh, man, she's tough. So don't deal 2. Instead, we'll just go to this one, so he gets -1 attack. We played Weather Goddess. And then we will use this 1 for mission training on... Hulk is the best one by far. Man, I guess it's on Richter, huh? Kind of crummy, but whatever. So we'll put it there on Richter. Oh, I would exhaust and get to ready here. So unfortunately, I can't flip, but I can get rid of another threat off of this. We're getting close to control. Now he's attacking for 1 each time, so that is nice. All right, ready the world. Man, I highly suggest you all try this. This is this is really fun. This is a lot. All right, let's draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got a clobber. We've got a game time. We've got an endurance. So that's going to start helping. Yeah, I had to move a couple cards over to Wolverine, so they weren't all over here for her for support. Yeah, you can see the table is removing threat pretty well. She's got these upgrades. All right, let's see a quick shift. Defiance will work. Nice. All right. And a preemptive strike if we want it. And a game time there. Cool. Yeah, so I can use these to block others, and then I guess I can take damage at some point. I'm kind of kicking myself about Hulk. Armor can just go away. It'll be fine. All right, we're adding 4 threat. This goes to 6. I don't have the space, otherwise I would try. Yeah, I am lucky. This room is big. This table is absolutely gigantic. Like I said, even Frosthaven is partially set up over here, so pretty large. Did I draw all of them? No. I drew 2 hands, not 4 hands. Okay, so we've got Havoc, Dust, another... No, that's our Danger Room training. There's our game time starting to come out. That's going to start to play strong. Hopefully I'm healing when I play those. I can't remember. Okay, and here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool, so we'll get the crown out, which means I can generate a resource and get +1 thwart. I've got my Weather Goddess, put another skill to investigate endurance, that's what I want, and get Moira. I can't play all those, but we'll figure out a way. All right, Danger Room, we used all this stuff. Whew. Here we go. This goes to 6. We are getting attacked for 3, -1, -1. Teamwork, so we're only getting attacked for 1. Does Wolverine just take it? Does Hulk take it? Does Armor take it? No, I think we're good. Yeah, I'll just take it with Wolverine. 1 + 2 is 3. Love doing math. So 7. So I'll be able to almost heal. Shadowcat will be 1. Then I will play Defiance using my power of... No, Defiance is free. I'll cancel the boost card, so I only get hit for 1. Flip, Unflappable, draw a card. Flip Unflappable, and it's a Phased and Confused. I'm sad that it's a Sentinel, and then the Sentinel has... Oh, well, this would still... Yeah, it would still partially work, so that makes sense. Cyclops is getting attacked. He'll just defend. We'll be fine. So 1 + 1 is 2. He blocks for 2. And Storm will defend, and she also blocks for 2. 1 + 2 is 3. She takes 1, goes to 5. Ooh, she does need a little healing. Okay, here come the cards. Do. We do have to get a bonus card still. Assault. So we're getting attacked again for 1. What do we want to risk here? Armor going under there. It's not worth it. It's weird. I'll just defend. All right, 1 + 0. We're good. I could have taken that. Second card is Abduction Protocols. That'll come out with 10 on it. See, this is where I have to slow myself down. Normally I'm like, I'll just put that out when I get it. And then it's like, nope, you got to deal with it. Learning AI. So now he's got Retaliate. That stinks. Abduction Protocols. Okay, now we're getting into some muddy waters. But we have all those game times. And a Sentinel Mark V. We don't have targeted for elimination. So we're going to search and attach it. Search, deck, and discard pile. Okay, targeted for elimination. Ugh, I'm exhausted, huh? Oh, after I resolve. Good. All right. Done. All this stuff passes up here. These can push over. Clear some space. It's like those sliding puzzles. All right, we got 2 threat removal, 3 threat removal, 4, 5, 6 right here. We have a Clobber there. We also have Magneto that could just take that one out, which is probably pretty smart to do. So Magneto will take this one out, and then he heals. Although, if I take it out here, I draw cards, right? Clobber's what I have. That's fine. He's got stuff he can play. We're good. And then I will game time him. Magneto will ready. Or am I better with Marvel Girl? Thwarting for 3. I think that's probably better. So we'll wait on that. Okay, so we could thwart there. Storm can change this. Oh, Storm needs to change this so that I can kill this. So we're going to do that now. I'm just trying to figure out which one to go to. Remove 2 threat. Is probably a good way to go for now. Or should I just draw a card? Yeah, I'll just draw a card for now and see what I get. Ooh, Torrential Rain. Good choice. All right, so we switch that so that can be punched. Then we have 2 threat removal here. What is her hand? We'll use our double to play Death Focus. We'll thwart for 2. Yeah, wow, we got to get these down. Okay. We'll have Jubilee thwart for 1. I may just have to lose Jubilee. Because she would go to the victory display, I believe. Armor will thwart for 1. If any reason I need to flip down? No. Phased and confused with this. What did I spend? Okay, so instead, I'm going to actually spend my preemptive strike for whatever I played for, and then 1, 2, 3 is going to get rid of this AI. So I have to deal with the retaliate, which maybe I should do when it goes through, but it's fine. Do I want to flip down? How does game time read? Is it an action? Hero action. Okay, so in order to play that, I would have to be in this form. She doesn't need to flip down. These 2 will flip down, so we're good. Okay, we're set. Turn 2. We got a lot of readies on Marvel Girl, so she can get rid of 9. So 3, game time, 3, So she takes one, heals one, takes one. So that'll get rid of 6. Oh my gosh, I don't need it to be him. Whatever. Abduction protocols. At this point, I just want to remove them. But yeah, it ends up being him every time. Can I take a third ally? I can. So it's Wolfsbane. When Wolfsbane comes into play, she can ready somebody. So we're going to ready Storm. Oh no, Storm would already be readied because she used her ability. We can ready Marvel Girl. I think that's the one. Okay, then Havoc can be cheaper. Not flipped down yet. When Wolfsbane, I'm using Utopia, sorry. I'm just remembering that I have that. All right, Dust or Havoc can come into play. Richter thwarts for 2. This should be gone. Bring this down. She thwarts. Goes to 3. Brings it down. Does anybody have a threat removal card? She does. All right, so then Storm will use which cards? Oh, that cleared, so I draw a card. Come on, double. Oh, that mansion is good. All right, I think Moira... I do not like this. The player who defeated this game. All right, Moira and Endurance, because I got a lot of Endurances, are going to play Torrential Rain after I play Weather Goddess. Change forms. It's getting a little hectic. Hurricane, remove 2 threat here, and then Weather Goddess will remove this. Abduction Protocols leaves play. Storm gets boom boom. Way-oh. And we played Torrential Rain. Okay. Wolfsbane will remove the threat from Relentless Robots, so that is gone. Of course, we're just going to go through the deck again, but still want to clear everything. Then we have Havoc, and we have Danger Room Training. Wolfsbane's not a terrible target for Danger Room Training. We don't need Dust right now. So we will do that, although Dust is the one that's cheaper. If I flip down, Wolfsbane came into play. Nobody was flipped. Couldn't use that. Yeah, I think I'm okay. So I will flip to this side, find a tactic. Priority target. Is game time a tactic? It is. We're out of those other ones, huh? Okay. Priority target. So that doesn't work. So we messed that up too. That honorary X-Men should have been on him. That's okay. Then I could play Havoc right now. We'll take the priority target. What is this priority target? I must have already taken one and then grabbed another one. I don't. I'm going to take To Me My X-Men, I think. A little stuck here, a little stuck. Now, so she's the one who has +1s. I just have to remember that that's hers. Yeah, I think his turn's a little wonky, unfortunately. All right, so more game time. So she'll play a game time. She readies and thwarts for 3 to bring this down to 3. And he plays a game time. She readies and thwarts for 3 to clear the main. Cool. All right. Crowner Mansion. I don't know the correct answer. Generate the resource you get. Mansion. We'll go for the team play. So she's going to play the mansion. She's going to flip, get rid of targeted for elimination. Boom Boom is going to go boom boom. And I'm just going to deal the 3 damage. 66. Because the boom counter will go off immediately. Oh no, because he's still got a turn, Wolverine. But I did the boom counter already. Okay, I've got a clobber, an attack training, an endurance, and a martial prowess. I should have healed 2 to go to 9. Who needs endurance? Who needs attack training? Alright, we'll play the clobber with the claws. Claw clobber. Bring it back. Deal the 3. 63. Almost there. Yeah, we got through them. We thwarted our lives out. All right. Do we want a martial prowess? Do we want attack training and endurance? I think the correct answer is attack training and endurance. Heal 1 damage from a mutant or X-Men character. I feel like the endurance is best on Aurora. How does she say her name? It's not Aurora. Aurora? Attack training, man, I'm so tempted to put it on. Oh, he can't take it. They all have training, so that's our issue. So Boom Boom gets attack training. Heal 1. Are we healing an ally? Are we healing Magneto? Jubilee? Let's heal heroes. He's going to get hit again, so we'll just heal him back to 8. We're good. Everybody ready. Ready the world, as I like to say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got Into the Fray, a clobber, a game time. All sorts of fun. Yeah, it's interesting. It really builds the decks into team play. Like, there's nothing amazing Wolverine's going to do, but he's just going to keep getting game time to be able to do that. A little bit of damage with clobber, right? And maybe Into the Fray if that's what he needs to do. And he's just going to keep repeating. So it's not like, oh, Wolverine's doing amazing. It's the team is doing amazing, right? And that's kind of an interesting part of it. Did I not change Hurricane then? Did I have a weather goddess that I spent? I feel like I did it twice, but we'll just deal with this. This is fine. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a Shadow Cat and a Lockheed. And a Night Nurse that could be helpful. Okay, over here. Man, he had kind of a crummy-ish turn. There's Colossus. So we got lots of options. Magic could come in handy if we need to shuffle something back in. He's got too many allies, though, is the thing now. So I need to get the Triskelion and then just start sacrificing. Maybe his stuff doesn't need to be game timed. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's another game time. Ooh, that's going to be really helpful. And even Overwatch, we could start moving on some of this stuff. Okay, here we go. 4 on. He is attacking now bigger. So 3s starting here. Do I have anything defensive? Yikes. All right, so 3 here. You know what? I'm going to make the sacrifice with Jubilee. 3 plus 1 is 4, but she goes to the victory display, so she's out. So we're okay there. I believe that's correct. I could be wrong. All right, he's going to scheme over here for 2 plus... Give the villain a tough status card. Schnicked. I got a plan for that. This will go to 6. He is going to... I don't even have everything ready. 2 plus 2 is 4. This will go to 10. We're still okay. Agreed that I could put a couple cards under there, so at some point when I have to, I can. Getting attacked here. We'll just keep blocking. So 2 plus, you are stunned. And I don't have that up, but I could. if I needed to remove his. So that will be discarded. 3, I take 1. He's got retaliate from her. Nope, she made the block. So he just takes 1 retaliate. So actually that's gone. Eric says, I played 4-handed solo 3 times, and each was a lot, but definitely is a brain burner. One game was all Web Warriors, the next had 4 champions, and the third was the 4 female X-Men. Team effort! Yeah, it's super fun. Thank you, everybody. I don't know how many people are even here. Oh, there's 11 of you, and it's wonderful. Thank you. I know a lot of people are probably watching while they're working, so you can't comment and things. You're watching afterward. I hope a 2-3 hour stream of X-Men. Hey, I'm doing something that I think has never been done, so there's the fun of it, right? That's the joy of it. Trying something out. Okay, we got through all the attacks, so now we're doing counter cards, and we don't have a bonus in counter cards, so easy mode. Shadow of the Past. Who doesn't want to see that? Everybody wants to see that. So White Queen, so I am confused. And then Hellfire Club, and these get shuffled in. Man, I'm nothing like Steve. Look at me. That's what, turn 3? End of turn 4? I mean, the game's almost over when I get it. Shadow of the Past loves me. All right. Under Fire, because why not? Learning AI. Energy Beam attached to a Sentinel minion. Otherwise, Surge. I don't think we have a Sentinel minion. My goodness. A Sentinel minion. Search the discard pile and get an Energy Beam. Look at that. Tough status card. I lied. I'm not standing. I thought I was going to stand, but I ended up sitting. Warn the others. Well, that is just your card, Aurora. Relentless Robots. That gets 12 back on it. We're going to see cards over and over again. All right. Row, row, row your boat. Magneto. No more Jubilee. It's all right. She'll be back. And in greater numbers. All right. So Magneto attacks for 5. Could take out the White Queen here. Wolverine could do that after if we switch. Yeah, he's a good candidate for that. I'll have to get rid of the stun. Or actually, you could take out that. But we have Wolfsbane here with 3. So honestly, she might be good too. All right, we're going to do this action and exhaust. We're just going to keep losing the game off the table. I think he should be readied. He is first. So we can find a tactic card. We're running low. But priority target would be excellent. So we'll put a priority target on this one. He's got to get rid of his stun, so she's got to flip. He can't thwart that until that's gone. So, what does he have over here to play? Into the Fray and Clobber. Clobber can take this guy out? Yes. How do I get rid of that? She's got to flip, then he can get rid of it, but that means... So Wolfsbane can just take that out, right? All right, so we'll put the priority target over here for Wolverine, who, by the way, heals back to 9. I've got this in my head. Wolfsbane can just take this one out, because it only has 3 health. Toughness... Yeah, okay. So that is done. Would be nice for Wolverine. He'd get the token, but we're honestly not flipping down very much. So Wolfsbane takes that out. Takes another one here. Then we figure out who's doing what otherwise. Hellfire Club. Player defeated this. gets a Hellfire pawn and puts it into play. Just let it accelerate. Relentless Robots would be good to get rid of. We don't have a lot of allies that could do that. We could also get rid of this if we just get a tactics card with that on it. Priority target. No, we already got priority target. We're cheating right now. Do I need to heal? Not a ton. So we flip. We thwart for 2 off of this thing. Right? I guess we just need to bring the main down first. So 8. I got so many allies. Everything's so cheap. I have no idea what the best way to do it is. Although I could play an ally. Oh, I could. No, he's got that covered. Ooh, I got a little stuck here, I have to admit. So Angel comes in, punches. Havoc comes in, deals bonus damage. Takes a bunch of consequential, but goes away, which isn't terrible. All right, so Richter can thwart for 2 and then doesn't go away yet. So that goes to 6. He's at 3. Spend 1 resource of any type. All right, so we're going to spend Colossus here. And Colossus is going to do the visor to deal 3 damage here. So then that main scheme won't be so bad. Marvel Girl will thwart for 3 off of this Relentless Robots. Then we got Game Times. Who's got a Game Time? Game Time. So she'll ready and she'll thwart for 3 again. I believe she should be at 4 though now. Who else has a Game Time? That one here. So she'll ready and thwart for 3 again. Bring an ally into play. She could put something on them, but I think we're out of options. Mission training, 1 on the table, 2. Okay. All right. So now we have To Me, My X-Men. We have the other one. That's fine. We've got Magneto as well. And if I could get rid of this, I could get rid of Retaliate. All right, so we'll use magic to play To Me, My X-Men. Look at the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, it's Beast. Look at that. Or Psylocke. We don't need Confuse. Oh, Sunfire. Sunfire's not a bad play here. What do I need? A Lightning? Perfect. All right, so we'll take Sunfire. We'll shuffle these back in. Sunfire only costs me 1. So I'll use Angel, and then I'll use Havoc to trigger Sunfire's ability. We're going to get rid of Richter. Put Mission Training here. Sunfire will get rid of this attachment. And attack for 2. No, not the White Queen. Attack for 2. Woo. All right, and we got Magneto, who I think just punches at this point. Unless we want to get rid of this. Who's going to get rid of this? What do you got? Torrential Rain? She could get rid of 1 if she readies. Yeah, all right. So we'll have Magneto deal with this for now. Go to 3. Okay, coming down here. A boom, boom, boom. We'll deal 1 and put a counter there. Oh, cool. We got a big red explosive counter. All right, so 60. It's like we're at the win. Game time. Wolverine into the fray on Emma Frost. That is the one. That is the plan. Boom Boom takes another damage. I need to play... Oh, I gave her an endurance, so she's back to 8. Then I need to use... Oh, I have an Overwatch. It's kind of boring. What am I going to spend then? I'll use this double to play the Garden. The Garden will heal me for 2, so I go to 10. Flip up. Nope, don't flip up. Oh gosh, these came into play. So somebody could have readied. Yep. Okay, so when Sunfire came into play, do we just ready Marvel Girl at this point? Yeah, we'll ready Marvel Girl, and she'll get rid of 3 threat on Hellfire Club. She's out. Here and here. That's a hard thing to remember. Okay. That's this. So then I can heal somebody. Wolverine's full. She's at 8. All right, so we'll heal Magneto. Try to keep him around a little bit. And I didn't do the Danger Room. All right, so she flips up. She can do her ability, but first we're going to put an Overwatch on Hellfire Club. We're going to play Torrential Rain to remove 3 threat from there, which will remove 3, and then another 2 from this. So these are both gone. Trigger this to draw a card. And I have to go get a pawn and put it into play. Guard Surge Patrol? Okay, that is there. We got Def Focus. Ooh, do we do that instead of game time? Who's going to kill that one? Hulk? Game times are good, but I think we'll just go this route and we'll put the Def Focus out. Then we'll use this to go to Clear Skies and draw a card. Oh, we got another one there. Which readies me, and then I can only punch for 2. Boom Boom should actually go on here. Oh, Boom Boom can. So then Boom Boom will attack here for 3. All right, this is 3. And take this out. And then she can punch for 2, because it's punch time. And then I have this, which I used here. We're good. All right, so Stalwart gets rid of all these. So then I will Clobber or Jubilee. If I Clobber and then pay for Into the Fray, that is damage. If I get Jubilee out, that's kind of damage. So it's on the table. So that's fine. So we'll play Jubilee. We'll target the boss. We'll play Into the Fray, which really means when I readied somebody. I should have readied him. Whatever. Into the Fray, we'll deal here. Draw 2 cards. Give me a token. Remove 4 threat. This is down to 2. Take 3 damage. I don't have enough. Oh, I do. Look at that. And then I will do Berserker Barrage for another 4, bringing him down to 52. Jubilee punches for 3, 49. And we're on our way. Okay, here we go. Now, we've got a Shadowcat surprise. We got nothing to thwart. We're just dealing damage. Here we go, baby. We could put down this Night Nurse. If we play Lockheed, we don't get the Night Nurse out, and that's fine. We have something to deal with that. Double plays Lockheed. Lockheed comes out. Nobody's an alter ego, so that's not happening. But he deals 2 damage. Then he attacks for 1. It's damage time. Then I will attack for 3. 43. And then Death Focus plus Night Nurse will play Shadow Cat Surprise. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. 40. Ready. And then I will attack for 3 again. 37. And I will flip forms. Ooh, and I put that in the wrong pile. Actually, I can hold the Night Nurse because I can pay with solid form. Ooh. And 1 with armor. 36. Yeah, so there's a couple more clean lines. Like armor was fine to have a tough, and then it's like I don't want to put the protective training on her. I want her to go away. Although she's a consistent, just remove 1, remove 1, remove 1. This card is kind of crummy, so I don't really need that. But with this number of players, it doesn't really matter because it's not clogging up. So there's a couple things I could have done with the decks if I play again. But again, it's a celebration, not an example of these are the best decks. Which I don't think any of you are worried about, but just throwing that out there. I did go through there, so there should be an acceleration. So this is going to go up to 7. We're going to do a ready, and then we're going to take a 2-minute break. Actually, should we finish the villain phase? I think we finished the villain phase, then take the 2-minute break. More exciting to come into a hero phase than a villain phase. Okay. These are here. We got Nightcrawler, Psylocke. We got a full blast, which that's why I want to get my visor out. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lightning bolts, there they are. Damage time. Let's go. Okay, into the fray. Endurance, strength. There's an adamantium skeleton. We've been waiting a little bit for that. Whew. I think I hear a kaboom in the background. Man, no defense events. It's rough. That's going to be 2 more damage, down to 34. So we do want to make sure we get rid of this next turn to cover for that. All right, so that goes up to 7 because it increased by 5. Then over here, he is attacking Cyclops. He's attacking for 3. We don't have a lot of fancy dancing here, right? Is everybody just blocking? Or is this a turn where we finally lose some of these? Under there. I don't think I want to lose a bunch of them. I think only he needs a blocker, so we're good. All right, Cyclops will defend and get attacked for 3, 4, 5, so take 3 and go to 5. We don't have retaliate up. Aurora will get attacked, block for 2, 3, so 4, so take 2, goes to 8. Wolverine will defend. It's going to be 3, 4, exhaust your identity. There you go. So I take 2. And Shadow Cat, unfortunately, I just do a straight defend, I guess. And this does no damage. And I flip. And on flappable triggers, I draw another Shadow Cat surprise. My confuse went away. Cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing out there to mess with me. Hellfire Pawn, that's fine. That's fodder for Wolverine. Self-repair. Give the villain a tough status card and heal it for 5. Can't mess with me. Advance. 2 plus 2 is 4. 11. And Past Demons. Flip. No, I'll just be... I can't be stunned and confused. So can I not choose that? I can't choose either. That's fun. I think I'm Stalwart, so I think I can choose to be stunned and confused, and then they go away. So this is just discarded. And I don't want to flip down because I can't draw cards off that, and I wouldn't heal. Oh, what teamwork, huh? That's awesome. So she plays that. Maybe we'll make it fun, look like this, right? So she makes them Stalwart, then when those cards come out, sorry, can't do it. She couldn't handle the claws. Nice. I can't watch now. D&D is running. See you later. See you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Played 2 to 4, usually at least once per week. Normally 3 or 4 players. Our local group has been about 25 players. Oh my goodness. And usually some combination of 12 show every. That's awesome. Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, we were getting 6, 7, 8 for a little while with our group, especially over the summer. So there's that. All right, everybody, I'm going to take a short pause. So this is like a commercial message, if you will, in the show. What will happen to our heroes? Will they survive? We'll find out when we get back. All right, I am back. We're going to try to wrap this up. I'm actually standing this time. See if we can conclude this. I've got about an hour and a half, and I feel good. We've got a lot of control here. We can remove this turn. This hasn't done much for us, but it's there. We did our boom counters. We finished up, so I think we just needed to pass Magneto here, right, to Storm. Nope, she is exhausted because of that. We do have a lot of readies. It's been nice. We're all going to go through our decks, which is going to be interesting here. And these are exhausted because of those various things. All right, so we have a lightning bolt. We also have to figure out who is best for removing this. I have a blast of wind. This here is letting me draw a card. If I do Lightning Bolt, he's got a tough on him currently. So where can Wolverine help me? He's back to 6, right? I was down to 4 and I healed him right there. Wolverine cannot help me, huh? Don't have a card. I need to get a card draw to him. I'm not sure that I can. Yeah, no Avengers Mansion, so no card draws. So that's not super helpful. I can do Into the Fray there, however. So I believe I will do that. So I will Into the Fray with him for 3. Going through this pawn, getting rid of 3 on here to bring it to 8. And then getting a 3rd counter, which probably gives him pretty good reason to flip down. So to get rid of that tough, it's going to be Boom Boom or Lockheed, which is fine. Okay. Or I just deal the 2 damage. All right, so we'll go to Thunderstorm. We'll deal 2 damage just to get rid of the tough. That's fine. Yeah, who's got those resources? Not here, so it is her. So you have 2 lightnings? Oh, man. So she's the only one with 2 lightnings. When we trigger that, we ready. So I could use these and these to get rid of that. So let's do it. It's not my favorite, but Weather Goddess, Lightning Bolt, and the X-Jet will get rid of this one. Bring him down to 31. Then we'll play Lightning Bolt 1, 2, and Death Focus 3. Is going to deal 8 plus 2 is 10, so 21. Magneto will attack for 3, 4, 5, plus 1 is 6, so 15. That's where we get the Joy of Storm right here. Boom Boom attacks for 3, 4, and a counter. And goes to 3 damage, as well as does Magneto. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Storm can attack for 3. Goes to 8. And then who's flipping where is the question. We could actually just let that pop and all flip down and come up for a kill. Is that a fun thing to do? I think it's fun. Right? So I'll flip down here. We're just going to let that pop, put some cards underneath. Oop, that card should have gone there. She can heal 2 when she flips down. She doesn't need to change this again. He's going to have +1 attack, so we'll all avoid that. That's pretty smart, Brant. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Adamantium Skeleton will give me 4 and +1 attack. Oh, it can also be a Hulk time, huh? And I'll just play this Endurance. I will give it to Cyclops. He goes to 8. All right. Jubilee will punch for 1. Goes away. It's actually 2. Because everybody's hitting for +1. Oh, Hulk. Okay, the mess with Hulk is not too bad. It's fine. We're going to punch with Hulk for 4. And everybody takes 1. So that's 2, 1. Armor is out. Lockheed is out. Shadowcat takes 1. Wolverine takes 1. Hulk takes 2. Magneto goes to 4. Boom Boom is done. Sunfire goes to 2. Wolfsbane goes to 3. They both have +1. But they're okay. It wasn't the best hit, but it happened. Wolverine will flip down. And that's it. Shadowcat. Shadowcat will play a Shadowcat surprise. Ready, deal 3 damage. Hold on. Is there anything that can deal 1? Nope. All right. So we'll deal 3, which will flip him. So when we go to this side, he's stalwart and tough. He's 3/3. First player searches for abduction protocols. We did them all. Deal each player an encounter card. Ooh, it's the epic conclusion. 88. Yeah, we can't get rid of that tough. That's kind of crummy. All right, so she readies, then she attacks for 4, which gets rid of the tough. Then, where is her hand? Then these 2, 1, 2. We'll pay for another Shadowcat surprise. So 3 plus she punches for 4. 85, 81. This can flip or not. You know what? We'll just play Airwalk in phased form to remove 4 threat. Flip down, draw a card with Kitty's Room, play Night Nurse. Have that out on the table. Okay. Cyclops will play Nightcrawler, play Psylocke. Can't confuse him. No Psylocke. Bad choice. When you use your Optic Blast ability, exhaust Psylocke, just deals 8 additional damage. Well, we'll hold that. All right, so we'll play Nightcrawler. When he comes into play, somebody can attach something to him, maybe. Mission attack training is here. Let's see if there's another one. Yep, okay. So we'll attach that to him. So he can attack for 4, 5. So 76. We just got to get Cyclops in there with the priority targets. And we'll put Danger Room training on Sunfire. So he can punch. Oh, no, he's not dead because of this. Ugh, +1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 72. We'll get rid of Psylocke. Flip down. Wolfsbane has 5 health. So punches for 2, 3, 4, 68. We can go get a tactic, but I don't think it matters. Did I have to have my visor? No, my visor just pays for this, right? Okay. All right, I think that's it. 68. Playing heroic for the last round. Boom! This blows up. 66. That's Boom Boom's last gas. We heal something for 1. Not Magneto. Who's hitting pretty hard? Ironically, it's Nightcrawler, right? All right, so we'll heal Wolfsbane for 1. There. Ready. We should go in player order here. All right, all this stuff ready. So we draw. We get another encounter card. I think everybody's getting an encounter card. So here we go. For the conclusion. Sorry. Yeah, we're not super coordinated here. All right, we'll draw. Even the odds. Spider-Man Forge. Ooh, Lay the Trap would actually be super fun. We could deal 20 damage to him with that. So maybe we'll actually consider that. All right, that's a fun ending. Over here, we're going to draw and go through. So we're playing double heroic. Nice. Take another card here. Man, no attack events. That's not good. But he's got a triple draw, so we might be okay. She's also taken encounter cards. We're going to have a lot of Sentinels, but maybe they're ones we can ignore. We'll have to see. We got a lot of card draw. Quick shift, preemptive strike, phase strike. Yeah, not too much. How has he not gone through his deck yet? Tactical Brilliance, Cerebro, To Me My X-Men, Full Blast. Hopefully we can pull a priority target. Did we pull them both out already? One. No. Okay. Oh, Exploit Weakness is the one I want. Darn it. But something can get it out of my discard pile, right? Where did I just put his hand down? Right here. All right, that's everybody. We're increasing this by 5. It goes to 9. He's scheming for 3 plus 0. Goes to 12. He schemes for 3 plus 1. It goes to 16. He schemes for 3 plus, if targeted for elimination, that goes to 19. He schemes for 3 plus, this is here engaged with him. This will pop. When this pops, we remove 5 stress. So this is going to go to 22. So we'll remove 20. It goes to 2. And the first player places the top card of their deck under this. So we're only at 2. Then we deal in counter cards. Oh, man. This should be it. We should be able to deal 66 damage. Depending. No targeted for elimination, so we search for it. We'll take it out of here so we don't go through. Ooh, it's not there. Is it here? Yes. So she is targeted for elimination. All right. Then we get an energy beam, which will go on one of these and give it a tough status card. Okay. Mutant detected. We'll place the top card under here. So if we were going for a score, we're no longer doing that. We're just trying to avoid dying. Telepathic restraint. You are stunned while this is attached to you. Okay. That's not good. That's not good. Caught off guard is not good. Oh no, he doesn't have anything but this thing here, huh? Rough. Okay. So that is done. Lose 4 health. Down to 2. Yikes. Not a good spot for Wolverine. Not a good showing. Okay. Assault will surge into Gauntlet Beam. A Master Plan will add 4 to this to go to 20. 4 to this to go to 16. Nobody cares. This Sentinel has Quick Strike. Over here, we get this Sentinel, and there isn't one to attach. I guess. Where's the other targeted for elimination? Maybe I missed it. Where would it be? Discard is exhaustion. Did I put one in somebody's discard pile? I've been known to do that. Am I missing one from the deck? Did I put it over here? No. I haven't cheated at all. Uh-oh. Am I just missing one from the deck in general? It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. And then exhaustion on him into a Sentinel Mark II. I gain Surge. That's so weird. I don't know where it is. It must be missing it. Which will be another Sentinel. Okay. But we don't have damage out of Wolverine, unfortunately. He is stunned while this card is here. We got to get rid of these two. So, oh, I didn't think about that. Well, we got the +1 attack, so it's not a big deal. All right, so he will attack and kill this Sentinel because that needs to go anyway. I'm going to draw 3 cards with Wolverine. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pay the double to get rid of this, but I believe I'm still stunned. I will heal and flip up. Go to 8. And then night nurse him for 1 to go to 9. I will then play lunging strike. There's not a lot here, huh? So I'll actually pay for it. 1, 2, 3. It'll deal 9 damage. It gains overkill. Otherwise, so I guess with this regenerative healing, I shouldn't have exhausted, right? So then I'd be at 3. I'll pay for the regenerative healing with the superpower training to go to 7. And then instead of doing the bonus damage here, I'll just take the damage for lunging strike, go through him. So it deals 8. 4 there, 4 here is 62. Get a kill. Attack for 3 is 59. Track by scent. 2 for track by scent to clear this. Draw 2. And nothing. Alright. Do I punch with Hulk? What's going to happen if I punch with Hulk? Dies. That's it. So I risk losing that damage. It's a lot of damage with Hulk. 4 damage. I guess we'll let it be. See if we can get there. Okay. We could heal one of these so it doesn't die, right? So we heal her. There we go. Before we do that, and then we'll punch with Hulk for 4. 1 to everything. So that'll be 5 here. These are all taking 1. He's out. Takes 1. Nightcrawler is going to go to a second one. He's dead. Oh, he's not dead. Because they all have +1 health. Takes 1. Takes 1. Takes 1. Takes 1. Yeah, it's not terrible. All right. We'll game time Magneto, ready him, and he can punch for 6. 48. Oh, I do have this on. I had a moment where I thought, I don't have this on. 1, 2, 3. On all of these. And I have a track by scent, which I can't play unless we use this, but it's irrelevant. All right, Kitty Pryde is going to not do much. Phase strike and an endurance. And then I have a quick shift. Protective training. Used this already. So we'll draw a card with Kitty's room. We'll flip up. We'll be in phased form. We will spend 3 for phase strike. 1, 2, 3. We'll do a phase strike, get rid of this thing. So that will deal 6 damage. 42. Might not have the damage. Really thought I did. Another 4 is 38. And when I attack there, I'll flip back over. Then Daredevil will hit for 2, 36. Because he didn't get to do his thing, huh? With the +1 damage. And then we have the quick shift here as well. He can get a tactic, but it's got to be a hero action, huh? Priority target, ricochet beam. All right, so we'll just take that one into play. Flip. They're both gonna die, but not Nightcrawler. can't do the full blast. Oh, wait. Okay. Good play Cerebro to get anybody, but I don't think I need to do that. So I will play Beast and X-Gene for a Tactical Brilliance to remove 3. This goes to 17. And then I'll grab a priority target, exploit weakness. Then I will use my full blast. If I play something, I can do it, right? Oh, was there one in there when I searched? Okay, there were 3 in there, so that should be good. Okay. I will use Cerebro to play exploit weakness here. And then Sunfire can punch. Sunfire has 4 health, right? So Sunfire punches for 4. Plus 1 is 5, 31. I think we got this. And he's out. Nightcrawler punches for 2, plus 2, plus 1 is 6, 25. Sorry, my head is in the way. Yeah, I'm guessing I must have lost the other target for elimination. Like, it must not be in here, or I'm just going to find it at the end. I'm just going to look through again and be like, oh, it's right there, and I just didn't see it. I don't see it in any of their decks. So I may have just lost it for a moment, like it might be upstairs in another set, or I just missed it and all of that, which I wouldn't be shocked. Okay. Wolfsbane will then punch for 2, 3, 4, 5, essentially, and is out. 5, 20. Then I need to ready, which I could just do by playing Gentle. I'll play To Me My X-Men. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will play Karma. Karma is played from your hand, darn it. So then I'll play Dazzler instead. When Dazzler comes in, I will use Utopia to ready. I will then pay a resource to attack an enemy for 3 damage. Full blast with the X-Jet for another 8, so that's 11. Plus 1 is 12. Deal an additional. That'll bring him down to 8. Dazzler will punch for 4. And we'll pass. Woo! And finally, Aurora. Oh man, lay the trap. Can I get rid of 12 threat with Spider-Man? Oh man, I should have saved this one. Oh, that would have been so cool. How can I draw a card? I can change forms. Awesome. Watch this. Heal for 2. Steve's going to be so proud of me. This is such a proud papa moment for Steve. All right, well, heal 2. We're going to flip. We're going to change. We're going to play. Oh, no. I'm going to resource short. No. Oh, I thought I had it. If we could draw a double, right? So I actually attack for 4, so we win either way. But we'll try this. Okay, so we will change the form to Clear Skies. Draw a card, be a double. Ah, darn it. We were going to play Spider-Man. So I saved this and not done the Optic Blast. All right, I didn't Optic Blast. So I didn't deal 12 damage. So then I use the X-Jet to play Lay the Trap with 12 threat on it. I spend 5, and here comes the most famous X-Men in the world, Spider-Man! And he's going to remove 12 threat, which deals 5 times 4 damage, 20 to the Sentinel. Game. I had it either way. I could just punch for 4, but I figured that was kind of fun to do as well. Spider-Man, interrupting everybody's plans. Yeah, I don't know where the other target for elimination is, so I could have dropped it on the floor. I could have not shuffled it in, which is kind of lame. I agree, but again, it was a fun stream. It wasn't a. It's definitely not here. Whichever. So there you go. Nice. Daddy's so proud. Playing Spider-Man would lay the trap for the win. Nice. Awesome. Well, there you go, everybody. That is it. My 1,250 subscriber celebration. Thank you so much to everybody. I hope you continue watching and joining us. Check out the Right Brain Rollers podcast. Watch for us. We tend to just plan through like Messenger or texting, and then we're like, we're going to play tonight. So we're not super, find us on this schedule and whatnot. But we love having people join us when they can, or watching afterward if that's exciting for you. I think it's a little more exciting to be live with somebody that's live, especially when it goes on for 1, 2, 3 hours, as it did today. So, I can understand that people don't always watch things back. But that was awesome. That was exactly what I wanted to have happen. I love this center of the table. Who can use this? Who's playing what? All the times they covered for each other. There were no Avengers Mansions, so we weren't getting card draw. Wolverine got shut down, but had some great plays. Big draws at the end. Taken out, like Emma Frost and stuff. Everybody shined. I thought that was a really cool part. Nobody was like ridiculously crazy, but everybody shined, so I really liked that. Nice. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Shout out to everybody's podcast. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody. Obviously, Cyclops ran the team. I never got the field commander. In fact, I didn't even go through. I went through 3 of their decks. That was the first time through. So that must have been turn 6 we were on. Turn 7, because Wolverine was first. But we didn't even go through decks. So you see we weren't drawing that crazy. But yeah, that was super fun. The exploit weakness at the end to get us there with the damage. The Spider-Man until I didn't even remember that I had laid the trap. I should have been trying to plan for some of that. I could have had some of these folks thwart instead, but we had the damage. It's such a cool setup to get +2 damage when you do exploit weakness. And the hurricane, the thunderstorm, had everything in there. It had everybody flip down. That's super cool. I love when you do that and you just avoid like, oh, he's going to hit us all for +1. Let's all flip down. Oh, we'll add a couple cards. We ended up with 3 out of 7, so that feels like a pretty strong win there. You've earned a rest. Yeah, I have a couple things to do. Namely, I have to pick up my daughter, but I have a little while, so that's nice. So if anybody has questions, I think I can see there. If there's anything you want to ask, I'm not going to hang out super long because obviously that was a while, but I will hang out for 10 or 15 minutes here to see if there's anything that people have questions on. Have you played X-Men? Have you tried 4 players with other people? I mean, those game times are ridiculous. Whatever happened with Marvel Girl, where she's just like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And honestly, I love how they flip. So at the end of the game, I could have been playing those game times on Magneto and 6 or 7, right? With exploit weakness. Every game time is 7 damage with Magneto. I just think that's so cool. And you're playing them on each other, which gives the cooperation, which I've always said is one of the big things about this. Canadian Message says, I'm impressed with how quickly you pushed through. Yeah, 7 turns, right? 7 turns in 2 hours. So again, there's a 4-player game on my own in under 2 hours. So I really feel like if people generally know the game, I was reading through things, talking out loud, making sure I got effects right. Again, I wasn't super worried that I got everything, but I didn't want to make major mistakes. It looks like the only major mistake is that I must have forgot a targeted for elimination somewhere, which, again, I'm guessing I'm just missing it somehow. That's super weird. It's going to be sitting on a table somewhere. Yeah, it's definitely not here. Did I put it in here by accident? Nope, that's warn the others. I didn't make any mistakes. I do have some cards set aside over there. I wonder if it's one of those. Energy barrier. I hope I didn't miss a guard. I didn't mess with any of that stuff. Yeah, I must have dropped it. Anyway, I'm not going to make that a thing. That's not a major thing. So, my favorite X-Men hero in the game. I feel like it shouldn't be my favorite, but I really like Wolverine. I feel like he's not really what I like to do, but he is a lot of fun. I wanted it to be Phoenix, and now that there's the more psychic cards, I had a lot of fun with the Phoenix deck using Psychic Kicker on what's her name. So I feel like Phoenix is probably a lot stronger now that we have more of the psychic cards in there and things she can use. So I wonder, she was my anticipated favorite, and then it was kind of like, she felt like a one-trick pony. But now it's pretty fun when you can use her with Hope Summers. I really like this. And Hope is thwarting for 3, and then when you flip, Hope starts attacking for 3. So you're both like thwart machines, and then when you flip over, you're both attack machines and using game times and things like that. I think that's pretty cool, and I enjoy that a lot. So I think she might be one that I will enjoy more now. Cyclops, or no, Storm is my biggest brain burn, but I definitely have gotten a lot better than that. There was kind of a famous game where I was like, I can't do it anymore. Steve switched with me and played Storm on the next match. Cyclops is neat. He definitely feels like the leader. I mean, the way he can play those allies is pretty awesome, and what he adds for damage and card draw. This deck is a better solo deck, I could tell. If I thinned it down and I could really get to all those, it would have been a lot better. Oh, that's why I wasn't going through their decks. They were like close to 50 card decks. Shadowcat's phenomenal. She would be close to one of my favorites. And I love the thwarting. See, I'm not answering the question, am I? It's Wolverine. I'm going to say Wolverine's my favorite. I don't know why. He's just fun. It's just fun to play a card for free. I mean, there's something fun about play a card for free, and then he's just got the card draw on the track by cent. And then he's just all around. They just didn't fail when they made Wolverine. They knew they couldn't, and they didn't. So he is super fun. All right. That was awesome to watch. Oh, I'm so glad. Is great for players. Would you do this again? I don't think so. If I did it again, I would want to get 3 other people, and they all handle one of them. I really think the web games for this game work so great. Card games do not bother me with a camera and talking to people. Normally when I'm playing, I just have an in-ear thing here, and I'm listening to everybody, and I'm looking, and I don't even look up at the screen because it's so tiny what I actually can see. My screen isn't very big, and then what I can actually see. So I'm just listening to all of them, and I've just gotten used to being able to do all that and control things. Steve is a huge help because he's very good at tracking things without even being able to see well. He just knows all the cards. So there's that. But I think if I were to play 4-player again, I would either want to do it in person or I would want to do it with other players. I just enjoy the game so much more with other players and with more heroes. So this kind of felt like a feat to achieve or to say I did it, but it didn't feel like something, kind of like walking the Appalachian Trail. Like, you did it. Would you do it again? Probably not. Like, once you hike that thing for months, it feels like... Now, you could argue, well, you just did it in 2 hours, so shouldn't you take Rogue and... Oh my gosh, I forgot about Rogue. Man, Rogue is so fun. I've never had more fun than Rogue Groot. I just think that is one of the most fun things you can do in this game. But I don't think she's my favorite. I think she's just fun. Gambit has been the surprising one that I just don't enjoy that much. Comparatively to the others, and I've done better with decks. I do think he's good, but he's been one of the ones that I just didn't enjoy as much as I thought I would. And Shadowcat and Colossus have been a lot more fun. I love thwarting with Colossus, but no, I don't think I would do it again. Wolverine is probably my favorite super strong hero. Yeah, he's super fun. He can rush, he can play slow, he can play protection, he can play all the aspects, which is super fun. All right, what aspects do you prefer each X-Men hero in at present? All right, well, Cyclops feels pretty tight with leadership, so I would definitely put him there. Similar, I actually like Shadowcat better in aggression, but there's no doubt that in protection she's super powerful. So if I was to play multiplayer, I did this when I went to New York City. I met up with Eric and Dean, and I played Shadowcat protection with the Mojo Mania, and I just blocked for everybody all the time. The like infinite block, flip back over, block, block, block. That's super fun. It feels like a support character, so I like that a lot. But I like her in aggression, even though I think she's stronger the other way. Wolverine, it doesn't matter. He's just so fun in any of the aspects. I mean, aggression feels natural, but there's enough events in there. I guess I was a little low on them. Certainly for Rush, he's amazing in aggression, but he can do it in protection too. Those are probably my 2 favorite with him. I haven't actually done a lot of leadership. Oh, there's that crazy leadership deck, though, where you keep recurring Jubilee to increase the plus. That's really fun. And Justice is just a solid way to play anybody solo, right? Storm. Well, Storm Aggression, where you put the suit on her. the symbiote suit, and then you pull all the minions, and they're all -1. I mean, I love that deck with Vision. Steve just did it with Wolverine, I think, yesterday because it was his birthday. Happy birthday, Steve. And you could do that with Storm, so that one's really fun. I don't know. She's such a support character to me. I don't know that I think of... I mean, in this case, she was barely even thwarting. It was just Torrential Rain, and that was it, right? Was I even playing anything else? No, I never even played in even the odds. So she's just such a strong support character. I don't have a strong opinion. I know a lot of people like her in aggression because she just pumps out damage really fast. So in solo, that works really well. It's kind of like a delayed rush, right? You build and then just go. But I don't really think I have a favorite with her. Same with Rogue. It's all her cards, so it just doesn't matter what she's in. But that android build that Brian was playing is super fun. That you can make her like android and then ready her and use all the resourceful... No, it's the card. Repurpose. So that's really fun with her. Gambit, I think, is definitely very heavily tied to Justice for good reason. Not that you can't play him in others, but that seems to be the best. Protection always feels wonky with him, even though I want it to be good. I love Colossus and Justice. I love you just keep readying him with limitless stamina and other stuff and get him all built up. So I really like him that way more than Protection. And I missed somebody. Didn't I? Rogue, Gambit, Colossus... Oh, Phoenix. No, I talked about Phoenix. So, I don't know. I want Psychic Manipulation to be the best card in the game, so I want Phoenix to work well in Justice. But until we get a chance to do the hella galactic artifacts and I can play Phoenix Justice and be like, Psychic Manipulation for 15! Which is going to be so fun. And it'll be like, 3 for 15! This is the best card in the game! It's going to be amazing against Hela. So I look forward to those moments now in the game. I got to tell you, like, I'm so into moments versus what I've never been is I'm going to build this one deck and I'm going to fight everything with this one deck. That's just not me. I like to rotate and I like to be like, oh, Ant-Man Aggression is so cool. I want to try Ant-Man Leadership today because Ant-Man Aggression is so cool. You know, I like to try the different things and I really look for those experiences at this point. There's so many things. There's no chance I'm ever going to play them. I mean, look how long it took me just to get to 4-player X-Men. So I really look forward to those experiences like the hella galactic artifacts and playing with people online and playing with people in person at the store, playing with local groups, you know, getting those experiences, or just something that's very tailored that would be exciting to do, like this play is just exciting for me versus making a hero deck that is, you know, going to be an all-arounder. That's just not as much me, which is what Marvel CDB plays too, and I think it's great because people can go find those decks there, but it's just always tough. People are like, can you put your deck on Marvel CDB? I'm like, the odds are I'm not going to play this deck again. These decks I literally built. I kind of thought about, you know, oh, there was that one that's like 50 Shades of Cyclops. Here I wanted full support. You know, Wolverine Aggression's pretty straightforward, and this is kind of that Drunken Master deck, I think. It doesn't have the counterattacks because it's just not as useful with multiplayer to do that, but I definitely like thought of some of those decks that are out there that are in function, but I really just put them together to try to do that. Oh, I'm a big Phoenix player. Oh, that's awesome. Nice. Yeah, I think the only thing I wish with Phoenix is that she could go back and forth, and people are like, oh, I've done it, but like, really you never do it in a game. You don't go from Restrain to Unleash to Restrain to Unleash, and I wish she flipped a little bit more with that. I think it would be a little more interesting. Or, I guess if her restrained powers were a little stronger. It's just begging you to go to Unleash. I did do Storm Black Panther. That's somewhere on the channel. I played that one together, which is really cool. And a neat thematic team up, and then just the way they work together, right, with retaliates and all that kind of stuff is really fun. So, there's that. Keep telling us your thoughts about each. Love to hear. Maybe just two-handed solo. Yeah, he didn't get Field Commander out. It's interesting that card's not a tactic. Obviously, they don't want you to just pick it and play it immediately. But it's weird that he doesn't have a way to dig this card out, this Field Commander, because that's a card that can really change him in multiplayer, and it was literally sitting on the bottom of my deck. So I never got to play it, which, you know, I played a 50-card deck, so there's that element. And I didn't need him to go first, but, you know, the priority target, or I always call it that. Exploit Weakness makes more sense, but priority target sounds pretty strong, too. But Exploit Weakness, you know, getting that out with the +1 attack, all these would have been a little bit more. I did use Hulk. I felt pretty good that I used Hulk twice, even if I took out a whole bunch of people. I think I got the health wrong. I got it mid over here that everything was like +2 to 3 health. and it was a little tricky to remember. And I did think about, like, can I take all these minions out and clear the board, or should I survive one more turn? But I felt like we went plenty long. It was fine to get the win. Wait, here's a target for elimination. Is this it? No. It's going to be so funny when I find that card. I wonder where it is. I have a box of modulars upstairs, and it must just be in there. All right. Yeah, other thoughts you want to hear about things? I don't know. What you got? I would have loved to have Storm Ally in this to be pushing onto that Operation Zero Tolerance. She would have been awesome. If I had played Phoenix instead, I would have put Storm in. And then, when she gets the mission training, and then she can push 5 threat a turn onto Operation, or remove 3 and push 2 onto Operation Tolerance. It's pretty cool. Loved ending with Spider-Man too. Super non-thematic. I tried to mostly stick to theme, but there were a couple things. She only had side scheme threat removal, so that's what I was trying to focus on with all the abduction protocols. A couple mistakes I made, like putting Hulk in there to be a blocker, but yeah, I ended up using him, so I felt pretty proud. I like that kind of stuff where it's like, oh man, I made a mistake, I got to cover for my mistake. And honestly, I got all these upgrades out. X-Mansion, X-Jet, Utopia, Danger Room. The only thing we didn't see is Cerebro, and it was a little wonky there in Cyclops. He didn't need it. He had so many allies anyway. But getting all 4 of these on the table and then having Storm Sing, it was just like such a cool set of powers. Is it under the table? No, it's pretty clean under here. So unfortunately, it's not there. I know. I'm sorry, everybody. I promise I have it. I know for some of you, it's probably bothering you. Like, no, you have to find it. We need to know where it is. I promise you, it's here somewhere. I just, I don't know. Here, I've got these over here. I wonder if it got mixed in. Oh, I hate telling you no. I feel like everybody panics even more. These are the alternate cards. Yeah, I guess it was just not there, which is kind of lame because those characters could have been a little more powerful. But again, it was there. I started with Magneto in play, right? Like I made it easier on myself, but it was just fun to do it. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Yep, I've done Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch for... I think I did that with Larry. We did Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch versus Ultron, right? Oh, Magneto. Oh, yeah, I haven't done that. Back in the day when the Quicksilver and Witch first came out, we played against Ultron, I think. So many games. I played over 4,000 games of Marvel Champions. It's ridiculous. So many during the pandemic. Yeah, recently it's been asked to me, like, when did you play? When did you start? I was on the Winning Hand podcast, which I thought was going to be this week, but it was Villain Theory, so I must be the next one. Or maybe after that, whenever is fine. But they were like, when did you start playing the game? And it was like, okay, so the day it came out was a Friday night. We did a 24-hour event raising money for charity, which we're doing again in a month. It was the first weekend in November, and I played 11 times in the first weekend. The first day that the game came out. So I got off to a running, galloping, leaping start. And then I think Larry and I got together again during the week to play a bunch again and get it up and played. So it's crazy. One day, my eBay listing for Marvel Champions will read complete collection minus 1 card. Yeah. Hey, I'm so proud. Speaking of that, like, I've got my tokens still, man. They're still functioning. I use dice here because these numbers got a little crazier, but 4,000 plays. My tokens work great. I love the people that took the black marker and put on the edge, and I definitely have a couple that are fraying. But, people have played with my tokens. The green ones have had the roughest day. Some of these ones are seeing the chaos, but for the most part, we're doing all right. And I think I have more damage tokens than I started with. I think I ended up with somebody's damage tokens at Con of Heroes the first year. So if you're missing some and you think I took them, I apologize. I didn't do it on purpose. But I got a lot of damage tokens. But my threat tokens are definitely running low. So a couple of those are probably on the floor with targeted for elimination. It's going to be here somewhere. It's in one of the decks or something. It's just going to be funny. So cool. You take their father down. But so far, who is your favorite from X-Force? Got it. Favorite X-Force. I still think it's Domino. I think she's the most fun. She's like the most unique mechanic that we've seen. So I think she's super fun. Cable is incredibly powerful, and the more players you add, he just gets even more and more powerful, too. But Dominoes seems to be the most fun. She can play in any aspect. She does her thing. Wild resources, right? And just you're playing with those cards. She doesn't bring in a lot of crazy cards. Like, she kind of brings in her own. So I think one thing I could see for people who deck build is like, you're always using Digging Deep. You're always using White Tiger. You're always using her cards. You're always using Posse. Like, so you've already got 5 extra cards. So suddenly she's like a 20 card deck. You only have 20 to build with. But she's really fun. Just what she brought to the game, I think, is very exciting to have something that just feels so fresh and so new. So I think she's my favorite of them. I've been surprised how much I've been enjoying Angel, though. Angel Leadership with the 4-cost card, the aerial card that came in there, and then the 2-cost. I'm sorry, I can't remember. They're all like aerial redemption. There's one that costs 2. It deals 3 damage for every aerial character you have. To a different character, I think, though. So you have to deal 3 damage to different ones. But at minimum, it's 2 for 3, and then if you play with Angel, you draw a card. So it's kind of 1 for 3. I know there's all the effective resource stuff, but whatever. And then if there's more aerial characters out and more enemies to hit, then it just becomes 2 for 6. Like, it immediately helps with damage. Now, whether you want to spread out damage or if 3 is enough, that's kind of questionable. And then the other one, Ready's 4. Ready's 3 aerial characters, but Angel's one of them. Ready to deal damage. Then you get a couple others that are built up. And you're paying 4 for that card. It's a little much if you're going to ready. Let's say characters that all attack for 2, so you're 4 for 6. It's not great, but then you deal a bonus 4 damage with it. So next thing you know, you're paying 4, and you're basically getting 10 damage out of it. So I think it's really strong. Plus, you could ready to be able to heal, flip down, something else. So it's kind of neat. Yeah, she's definitely one of the coolest ones. 2 mats, big business today. Yeah, you want to see that table again? Maybe I went too quick away. There you go. That's what we got. My camera's way up high. I can't even reach it up there. And we got double mats here. Took out the Sentinel. How many people do the flip? Have I inspired anybody for the flip for the kill? Or is your dial too precious? Which is fine if it is. I feel like I tease people and I really mean it sarcastically. But yeah, I love the flip. When I play with people, I'm like, oh, you got the kill. Flip it. And they're like, what? I was like, you got the kill. And I hand them the dial and they're like, go to, I'm like, no, flip it. You got the win. And they're like, oh. I don't know if anybody else does that. I think it's so exciting to flip the dial when you win. Maybe it's a silly thing, but right, those little things we just start to do amongst the community are neat. Even just saying flip down, right? Flip down is a term that's not really in the book, but we say it. Yep, so nice and wide here. I might play some other games. I got to get a mat. I guess I could play on these. But I might play a couple other board games that stretch this big. Well, I have this all down here before I move it upstairs. I could probably play a game or two, but I can't really leave it permanently here because I'm kind of in the middle of my house. Like, that's my wife's office. I guess that's just our front entryway. But the kitchen is just right there, and I feel like I'd be kind of loud and bothersome. There'd be people walking back here all the time and whatnot. My piano is right there, so if you go through this door and just that way a little bit, that's where my piano is. So I love playing a little piano. Good times. When I first got the X-Men box, I learned the theme. Put that up, so that was fun. Learning to do all that. You flip it when you win. Yes. I'm going to start now. Awesome. So good. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm on the table, and I was pointing. So, yeah, my piano's through that door, and then that way. It's right along the wall there in the hallway. So that's fun. Anybody else play instruments? I play bass and piano. There you go. There's the mix. I play guitar a little bit, but really just acoustic, and it's funny that I just don't play a lot of guitar. I play way more bass and piano. Those are the two. I have a lot of games. What else would you stream? What else would stream well? Well, playing with others? I mean, card games are definitely what you want to play. Brian and I did Dice Throne, Marvel Dice Throne, and that worked fine. Again, each having just a board and just limited things. I don't think you want to stream anything remotely. Oh, while playing, like people who are with me, I'll play anything with people with me. Because I really like it to be about the people playing the game. I mean, the game is definitely going to be a reason people are there. I want to see such and such a game. But I want it to be the people that are with me, right? That we're talking and all those kind of things. But in terms of playing remotely, it's got to be something where you have your own tableau and you just describe anything that you affect the other player's tableau. I think that's pretty key. Uh, did excuse me, Brian and I played Spirit Island remotely, but I believe we didn't stream it. I don't even think I filmed it. I think we just played. So that could work if you both have the boards in front of you, but there's a lot of things to manipulate. It's hard to see. I don't really want anything where I'm trying to look at your screen to see details. That's just not going to be interesting to me for doing that. If it was a single opportunity to do something, it'd be fine, but I wouldn't want to do something like that right now. I'm slouching really bad. So, yeah. But any games like that, like we did Dice Throne or Kapow would be another one that would work okay. I don't know in terms of board games. Dueling games would work really well. 2-player card games, dueling games. Something like even Shards of Infinity would be tough. Steve loves that game, but you have to have the same setup of cards and then know what the cards are and lay them in front of you, which I think is fine for playing, but for streaming, I think it's a little boring to be like, okay, now you buy this card, we draw, oh, now find this card in your deck. If you put them alphabetically or by color, you could do that to create a center row with something like Ascension. Man, nobody talks about Ascension anymore, huh? Shards of Infinity, cards like that, but like anything with a board, like Clank or Arc Nova or something, it would just be so hard to me to do that. But what I would like to stream some solo games of are some of the Euro games that actually be fun, I think, to show off Barcelona that I have. I'd love to show off Imperial Miners. I did do Summoner Wars by myself. That would be a fun one to do with another player. Again, that would be tricky. Icky Toletum would be fun to show off. Did I do Outer Rim? I did do Outer Rim. The expansion was designed by Tony. So he did the Star Wars Outer Rim expansion, so that one was fun. I'd love to play Woodcraft. It'd actually be neat. I just got this Star Trek Discovery Black Alert that I got from WizKids that Eric Summer and I are going to play to do for the podcast, and that would be fun to do an in-person game because it's actually like the two crew versus each other from the first season of the show, Discovery, which I thought the first season was great, and then I think kind of fell apart a little. These would be games. I did play Earth. I don't know how Lost Ruins of Arnak would show, but there's a whole campaign there that could be fun. I just don't know what people want to be spoiled on for campaigns. So there's those kind of things. I've done Marvel Zombies. I've done United. I do have Mechs vs. Minions. My friend, one of my best friends, worked for Riot Games and sent me Mechs vs. Minions. Gigantic box like this. He managed to get a copy from them. So I have that, which is like a thing from Riot Games that make League of Legends. That could be pretty neat to show off. Sometime I need to do Star Wars Queen's Gambit, which is kind of like a grail game for a lot of people, and I have it up there in the corner. I have Star Wars Epic Duels, which is now unmatched from Restoration Games. I have the StarCraft board game, and I have Star Wars Queen's Gambit, which are kind of like my, I don't know, whatever, grail games that people don't have, so. Tony also worked on the base game. Gotcha. So it was both. My bad. Yeah, those are things. Canadian Mustache plays guitar, but less as I've gotten older, sadly. Yeah, I have a guitar here somewhere, but I don't play guitar as much. I don't know. I really like playing piano, so I end up doing that. I never play bass on my own. I just play with a band, and it's just a hard thing to practice a lot on my own. I'll do a little bit here and there, but mostly just play with people. But it's been a long time. Good game. Totally loved watching. Got to get ready for work soon. Can't wait for the next stream. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I guess it's time for me to head out too. TTS to play games remotely. It's just gotten to the point where I just don't necessarily want to play games remotely now. I played with the guys and playing Marvel Champions, and I absolutely love that because it's kind of the time hanging with them. I mean, the last stream we lost twice, and then we talked for an hour and a half, and it was so fun, right? So there was just that element of it. But I'm pretty set. I'm playing games in person and whatnot, so it would just be there. Now I'm super lucky. My wife plays games. We're playing through Frosthaven. She plays big, heavy games and enjoys them. So I'm lucky that I can play a lot of these things that I have to play or review. Eric and I meet up to play games, and then I have a group that's kind of like, they're also designers, and so I play games with them, and sometimes their games. So I have plenty of access to people to play games, which really helps. If you don't have access, I super appreciate solo games, TTS, all that kind of stuff. It's just not my preferred way to play games. I'd much rather play with a person in person if I can, which I think most people would, and they just appreciate that those things exist. Or, that you don't have to leave your house sometimes. You could be a lot more comfy and things like that. So I could see that being an element and whatnot. So awesome. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. I guess if you haven't subscribed and you want to be 1251, now's your chance. So there's that. This was super fun, something I've been dying to do. Not excited about cleaning it up, but we'll see. Maybe I can get some people to help me sort. And finding targeted for elimination. I promise I will find it. You don't have to panic and whatnot. So thank you, everybody. My name is The Brant. This is my game room. And until next time, I hope you step into the portal. Have a great day, everybody. Appreciate it.